Welcome to
BamBam-O-Rama, BamBam-O-Rama, BamBam-O-Rama.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another BamBam-O-Rama. My name is Adrian Estrada,
I'm Jackson Grist.
and today we have Gus.
Hello.
How you doing, Gus?
I'm doing all right.
I
Yeah,
love it.
that's the most that I have in me. I'm sorry.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's
I'm way closer to 40 than 20. So, like, you get a hand wave.
nice. It's almost like a dignified wave, though. the way-
Yeah. Just
Good,
an
good.
old person. I don't know.
Just an old person. How old are you now?
I just turned 35.
Just turned 35? Okay.
Like I said, I'm way
You're
closer
l-
to 40.
You're a little older than I thought you were. What was the live I did for y'all? Pine Box not Pine Box. Cactus House live.
Yeah.
I told the whole world to fuck off with their I feel old bullshit. That's all I remember.
I don't remember anything from those days. You know what I do remember? I was always in the back next to Brian, hanging like if there's a job that requires like hanging out next to Brian and drinking like a lot of Bud Light, I've experienced in that.
There you go.
So
We can do that. I think we were looking for someone to sit over here and drink Bud Light, weren't we?
Yeah, we need a Bud Light person.
Yeah.
they might not like me these days. I'll stand over there.
I'll drink the Bud Light.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna like it.
You ain't gonna like it.
Nothing but racial slurs after 7. That's
That's
what I call my Louis stages.
your Louis stages.
I get scoliosis.
Just get all bent out of shape, huh? So tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
I'm from Odessa and I went to OHS. I learned a lot of stuff at the Pine Box more than I did there at
Right.
OHS. And then we opened the Cactus House. Oh shit, that's been closed for like
2 or 3 years now. I
yeah,
think, right?
yeah.
So you were running that.
And then the Cactus House was open for 3 years.
Yeah.
You were running the Pine Box, or
I helped at the end. And then Cactus House was kind of like me, Brian, Andy, and Alyssa Leva.
I didn't know Alyssa was on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's who the original 4 were. And then
Okay.
she kind of got out, and then Daniel Price came in and helped out a lot with it. Yeah, after a while, I just was like talking to Brian, and I was like, hey, do you need help booking stuff? Or do you need help doing stuff? And he's like, yeah, actually, I don't want to do all the work.
Right.
And basically, I just did, I helped him out. I would do stuff, and then I would send it to Brian, and I'd be like, did I do good with this? And he'd be like, yeah. Or he'd be like, no, this is how you do it. And I'd be
Okay.
like, okay, well, now I know.
And you did most of the booking side of it?
Yeah.
What were some of your favorite bands that you brought in?
Vastly different, but like 2 bands that I was lucky enough to bring in or see at the Cactus House that I still listen to. One is Fuming Mouth, and the other is Rosie Tucker.
Okay.
She's like they're a singer-songwriter type of person. I
trying to
think they
remember.
may have done a Pine Box set.
Okay.
as well.
I don't know, at some point you play with so many
Yeah.
people, you book so many shows,
Yeah.
they start running together.
I was in Moving Forward for a while,
That's right.
for a
Okay.
long time.
I was gonna say there was a minute, especially at the Pine Box, where, and I think I said this when we had Brian on. Every time Nate called me or texted me and he was like, "Hey, can JLC play?" I'd be like, "Yeah, who all is playing?" And he'd be like, "So Moving Forward," and I was like, "Yeah, I know I'm gonna play with Moving Forward." Like at some point, it seemed like
Yeah.
we were playing together constantly.
Oh yeah. I was in that band from the time I was in like I think we started when I was like 16 or 18. Now I don't know what time we stopped or if we stopped.
And what was your role in Moving Forward?
I was the vocalist, and Slipknot, I know Slipknot listens to this. I wanted at Adamant Cowards. They never played with us in Iowa.
No.
No. I heard they played with everybody else, but not once with Moon Forward. That would be the
That's
worst
crazy.
band ever. That would be the worst show ever. For a while, Moon Forward did play with like a bunch of hardcore bands.
Did they?
Yeah, we had like a run where like if we were a hardcore band, we would have been like, oh fuck, we'd be big by now. But like, because we played with like Zabalba, Mongrel, Calloused. Mongrel and Calloused are like, they're from here.
Are they?
Yeah.
I
Well,
can't
Mongrel
remember.
was like the people from Ivy League plus somebody else.
Oh,
And
that's right.
then-
That's right.
Calloused was Phil doing vocals. Man, I can't really remember who was all in that band. I've fallen asleep since then.
I understand.
But yeah, we had like a run where we did like a bunch of hardcore shows. Like they, of course, headlined, but we would be on that show somehow.
But moving forward was pop punk, right?
Mhm.
So I mean, it kind of pop punk and hardcore, even though they were different styles. One's a lot more aggressive with screaming, and one's a lot more melodic. They're still enjoyed by people of the cut from the same cloth. If that's the way, is that the way to say it?
I think so.
Kind of in the emo
Yeah.
world.
I don't think there's those couldn't have been two separate shows.
Right.
You had to put them together
I get it.
in a way. There was only one time that I remember because there was a band from Arkansas that was like post-hardcore or whatever. They were called Move Forward, and we were moving forward. And I remember someone booked that show, and I was watching it get put together, and I was like, I don't know that they know who we are. It worked out, but I was like, I think they think we're moving forward or move forward. I'm
Right.
sorry.
That's funny. That's funny that y'all are on that moving forward in a band called Move Forward
Yeah.
played together. That you know what that makes me think of, Adrian? When I did that
The
open mic.
JLC thing?
Yeah, that open mic in Lubbock.
Jesus Christ.
Because as I my project, I go by Jackson's Lost Cause. We did an open mic, and Adrian did some of his songs, and it was an unfortunate circumstance. I don't know how you say it.
So it's just, you
Yeah,
go up
dude.
to the thing and you sign up,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he goes up and he's Jackson's Last Cause. And at the time, was the time where Donnie, my old drummer, had recently kicked him out of Jackson's Lost Cause.
Yeah.
Like we're joking with him. And so we're up there and we're kind of, going back and forth. And I was like, all right, you're Jackson's Lost Cause. It's just you. Why are you signing up like that? Just put Jackson.
Yeah.
Something like that. And I'm giving him a
Uh-huh.
hard time, whatever. And I put, all right, Adrian's Reasonable Stance. So then they call him, cool. Then they call me, and people are like angry. Like they're watching me. And I'm like, okay. So I finish my thing, and then up next, our local favorite or some shit like that. Everybody knows him, Adrian.
Yep. So
I swear everyone thought I was making fun of this Adrian guy.
so yeah.
That's my name too.
So instead of looking like he was talking shit about me, it looked like he was talking shit about someone else. It was
That
really
is
good.
great. I did stand up in Lubbock once, and
Oh yeah.
the dude that brought me up was like, "This next performer doesn't need an introduction," and he walked off the stage. And then I was like, "Okay, I guess." And I'd never been there before, and I was like, "I guess I just go on." And he does that with everybody. I was the first person, of course. Everybody else, he sucked their dick completely.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You've seen him do this and that." No one has seen him do this and that. Long story short, he brought me up that way. Not the worst bring up. The worst bring up I had was over here. A gig at the Lone Star Bar.
Okay.
Or is that still open or is that
The
called
Lone
something
Star
else?
Bar is now. That's the one that was over by the bar, right?
Mhm.
It's now Double Bar Saloon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two of the old bartenders from Lone Star bought it after the original owner put it up for sale.
Well, I did a set there and wasn't good. First off, probably that's completely my fault. It was for veterans. It wasn't good. But the guy that brought me on was also the promoter for it. And he did the joke that we all know. He's like, all the way from Odessa, Gus Pando. And none of my jokes are racist. So, and then I tried to win back the crowd that way. And then in the middle of that, they were just giving me notes off stage in the middle of it. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
That's wild.
I remember I was supposed to do 30 minutes and I think I did 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got the fuck out.
I believe that. They started giving you notes in the middle of the show?
Yeah. Kind of, or I guess where Jackson is. And they were just talking to me. And I was like,
Heckling you.
I'm
in that
trying to do my
sense.
set.
I'm doing something right now. I can't talk to you.
Mhm.
So how much did you do? Are you still doing stand-up comedy?
I just recently, I've just been doing open mics. And this will be my third one coming up on Monday.
On
Nice.
Monday. And
Where at?
Diamonds in Odessa. Yeah, for a long time I was like, man, I don't even know if like, this is the only thing I know how to do. I'm really good at it. I couldn't find my pace. And I was like, why am I having trouble finding pacing with this? I've done it before. Probably the only thing I have confidence in. I should be way better at this. And it was just like, I hadn't seen anybody. And like that group of friends that I only seen there. So like talking to them and doing a set after that was like what I needed to do.
Yeah, sometimes it's not always clear what the path is, but you just
Yeah.
keep going and just tough it out and you can find it, right?
It's probably easier than like it's harder. Like I got into stand up because people would always tell me like I was like, because I never really thought I was that good of a singer. I still don't. Like I'm an annoyingly good singer where it doesn't help me or hurt me. It's just like if I were to do karaoke, people would be like, this guy knows his shit, I guess. And like that would be it. It wouldn't help me or hurt me. But like they would come up to me and they'd be like, y'all were really funny tonight. Or you said some shit in between songs that was fucking hilarious. You should do stand up.
Yeah.
I got told I should do stand up a lot. And then I tried doing stand up and people were like, you shouldn't do this.
I feel like, because I've gotten the same compliment, probably not as often as you, but back Jackson's Lost Cause, especially when I played with Moving Forward, I always played a character on stage because I guess I was really opening up myself vulnerable with how personal my songs were, that I had to guard myself a little bit and I'd act like an arrogant asshole and
Mhm.
but it was a joke and a lot of people got the joke. And I remember some people came up to me and they're like, you're like a stand-up comedian between songs. You should do that. And I was like, I don't know if I could. Like doing 45 minutes worth of music with banter in the middle is
Yeah,
pretty
it's-
simple for me. But getting up there and talking for 30 minutes sounds terrifying.
I was like, in between songs, when I feel awkward, I say something. But like, you want me to talk the whole 30, 45 minutes? I'll pass on that.
So you're at Diamonds, you're doing the open mic on Mondays. How
Mhm.
often do they do an open mic?
They do one every Monday.
Every Monday.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is your third time going? Or not going?
I
but
took like a year off and then like almost a year. September will be a year. Used to go before that. Yeah, this will be my third time back
Very
just to see what's up. Not a great turnout, but if you just want to fuck off and do some stuff, hey, well, we're there for you.
Is that the only place you ever?
Barton used to do an open mic.
Mhm.
I've done sets in crazy places. That's where I started doing comedy. And like for, I don't know if this phrase cuts across the board. Like that's where I cut my teeth. Yeah, it was really rough there. I just remember, like, you remember when the Cubs went to the World Series in 2023,
I
maybe?
think something like that. Yeah.
Whatever. It was like a long time and
It
they
was-
went to the World Series.
Yeah, it was like it was a world record setting World Series because like it was two teams with the longest drought
Yeah.
of World Series, right?
Yeah, that's where I got to do stand up in the middle of that. And I was like, fuck, there's nothing I could say right now. They just want to watch the World Series.
Yep.
So there's nights like that where you know what they're there for and you're just like,
So Lombardi's is talking about doing an open mic now, or a stand-up open mic specifically.
I know that, by the time this airs, they're going to have a comedy show there. I think if that goes well, then they'll start doing an open mic.
And hopefully we might get to go watch one soon.
You're probably not missing much.
Are you going tonight?
I might stop by for a little bit.
There you
Yeah. Like I should be like, wait, you know what? Yes, I will be there.
go. All right.
So do you have any comedians that you aspire to be or to be like or look up to, anything of that nature?
I have something that I like. See, when I do comedy, I'm not really like I said, I'm not confident in anything else or a lot of things else. But when for some reason it comes to comedy, I was always like, I'm the best. Some other people might be more well known, but I'm the best.
There you go.
So there's no one that I aspire to be. There's some that I like right now, like I like Gerard Carmichael. Michael Shea is good as well.
Yeah.
Jordan Jensen is another good one.
That's that chick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Ian. She does a podcast with Ian.
Yeah.
Fidance? Fidance. Yeah.
Finance.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Josh Johnson is also a good comedian as well. Some that I like to watch. And if you do comedy long enough, you learn how like stuff is made. So even like watching a special, sometimes I'm like, I don't really want to do that. I was watching the Chappelle special, one of the Chappelle specials, and I was like, oh, I know how this joke ends. Like before he got to the punchline, I was like, this is probably the writing process that goes into it. Given I don't know shit about shit. Yeah, it's a whole lot of like seeing how sausage is made, and you're just like, yeah. I know like sausage comes from a pig, but does like bratwurst come from like a cow?
I think most of them. I think most sausages are. I think specifically sausage
Yeah,
is.
no, we're talking about sausage.
I know, right? And I learned this from
You just
a
tuned
food
into
podcast.
the podcast, the Sausage Cast.
The sausage cast. So sausage is specifically like ground meat. It can be from any animal, and it's seasoned before it's cooked. That's really
Okay.
that's really what sausage is. Sometimes it's encased in a casing. Sometimes it's loose, like breakfast sausages. That just means it's seasoned before you cook it, or like before it's put together. Because you can make a sausage patty, right? So before it becomes a patty, it's already seasoned. So if you season your burger before you form the patty, you technically made a sausage instead of a burger.
Or possibly both y'all. Do y'all have hearing issues?
From playing music
Yeah.
for so
Yeah.
many years. Yeah. I always have to.
Oh, I've had some really great conversations that are go like, what are you saying? Or what?
What?
That's me. Or I'm like, yeah, huh?
Right?
And they're just as close.
Yeah.
Because I cannot hear anymore.
It's frustrating because I'm both. Yeah, I have a lot of hearing loss and I have ADHD. And so sometimes not only can I not physically hear you, my brain also won't let me listen to you as much as I want to sometimes. It's really frustrating. It's like someone will be talking to me and I'm like, I don't know. I can't hear them. And now my brain's doing something.
All the leaves
And-
are brown.
Right? Yeah. It's awful.
Yeah.
So what's your goal with comedy? Or you said you didn't want to do a special. You just want to do open mics or like small sets or
I think ultimately my goal is, are you familiar with like how the Jedis were shot in the Star Wars?
How
Or
they what?
stormtroopers. I'm sorry. Like stormtroopers were in the new Star Wars. Like just famous people would play like
Oh
Star
yeah,
Wars.
yeah. Like Daniel
Yeah.
Craig was one of the
Yeah.
random stormtroopers and stuff.
That's where I aspire to be with my comedy, where
There
they're
you go.
like, would you want to be this nameless person? I'm like, fuck yeah.
I think that would be fun.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it would be great. It'd be fun. But do you ever want to go on the road with it? I mean, you've said you've done
Yeah.
a few, but
I would like to do a couple tour, like, man, like if like moving forward had like a actual like retirement set or whatever, I would want to like, I don't know how familiar you are with wrestling.
not very. But
Okay,
He's getting into it though. We've been
I would want younger artists. Like we opened up the show or whatever, and then nothing but young artists after that. We put all the young kids over, and while we die.
so not being Chris Jericho.
Yeah, in more ways than one. But we would Blade, all of us.
You would Blade?
Yeah.
There you go. But not for wrestling, for comedy, right? You just
Yeah.
in the middle of your set.
I might Blade right now. I don't know.
I guess I know we talked a little bit about some of the future plans, but do you have a like a good month and a half out date that you can probably?
No, not really.
That's
Not
fair.
really.
That's
I
fair.
wish.
That's fair.
Do you have Instagram or something that people can start trying to follow?
I'm
you?
on Instagram.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think it's just Gus Pando.
Just
think there's
no
an
underscore or
underscore.
anything. Okay,
I don't.
we'll double check.
I should
and-
know these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll double check and try to put it in the comment or the description. For
I
this
just
one.
remember like the first time I was asked that when I was booking, they were like, "What's a good email for you?" And I was like, "Oh fuck, I should probably make a booking email for this as well."
I've heard those things help. The business
Right.
side
Yeah.
is an unfortunate side effect of all creation, whether it be the bands or the comedian, and sometimes us self-proclaimed creatives aren't so organized,
Right.
as it were.
I just love the
I just ended up making up a bunch of fucking emails.
Nice, yeah.
Like one of my emails is, I don't even know if it's still open, but the cat from Garfield. I was like, that'll fucking be funny.
the cat from Garfield.
Yeah.
Isn't that Garfield?
No, I was
No?
talking about the other one. Nerval.
There you
Is
That's
there?
awesome.
There's also like a Siamese cat, isn't there?
I think there's multiple cats in Garfield.
I
There's
don't
one,
remember
but yeah,
being.
you're right.
I remember Normal and Odie and Garfield, of course. But
Normal was a regular.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was at different points a bunch of different ones. There was a sign.
I was a Heathcliff kid. You guys know what that is?
Yeah, they shared a 30-minute show for a while. Garfield and Heathcliff.
I wasn't a big fan of Gar. I'd rather have Heathcliff around.
But you got both of them.
Yeah, but again,
So you only watched half of that show?
I think I watched the only good part of the show, and then there's like other stuff.
There was also a Garfield movie.
Yeah,
Not like
Oh, they're about to come out with another one.
not that one and not the CGI. Like there was an old cartoon, like off of the old cartoon. There was
like an actual old cartoon movie.
yeah.
Oh,
it wasn't
like a
very
live
good.
action one?
No.
Oh.
I think they did a live action one back in 2004 or 6, didn't they?
Oh yeah. Also, this is a very poor Garfield podcast. We're like, we don't know shit about Garfield. We just know how we feel about Garfield.
Right?
Heathcliff makes me think of Calvin and Hobbes,
Yeah.
but it might be the orange thing.
How many
Yeah, it's an
orange,
orange-
how
we're
many
just-
orange cats have there been?
Tigger, the guy from the Frosted Flakes.
Hey, you can't say that first one.
I was gonna say
What?
it took me a second to register that you said Tigger.
Why?
I thought you said something else.
Oh man.
I was like, whoa.
Look, we all have shaved heads
No,
and
just-
mustaches.
Do you have a shaved head?
No.
Oh,
No.
I was like, I didn't think so.
You used to rock a mustache though. Where's your mustache?
I shaved it off.
You retired it?
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
Just leave it there.
Yeah.
So, you said that you should know your Insta and all the social. We don't have those. Is there anything that we can give these people on how to find you? Just the Gus Pando name. Thank you guys for joining us today. We're very, very appreciative to you, Gus, for joining us. Thank you so
Yes,
much
thank
for
you
having
joining
me.
us, Gus.
Uh,
We didn't work a weasel in.
Oh my God, I don't know. You know him better. What could we?
Well, he talked about comedy
Uh-huh.
and stand-up comedy. We're
You
trying
want to
get
do a sketch or two?
Yeah. Maybe you could be in our sketches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could try to find something.
As long as we don't have to do it right now.
No.
No,
Oh, okay,
no.
yeah.
We don't have. We got to go drive to Dallas and like.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Yeah.
y'all are busy.
Yeah.
What's
I-
what's your normal
I
schedule
don't do
like?
stuff. I'm gonna eat and then go to the gym after this.
No, I mean like for future scheduling for filming.
Just gym stuff.
Just that's all you do is
Just
hang.
Yeah.
training.
Like if you give me a time, I'll probably be there.
Right on.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we can work something out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds like fun.
We've been trying to. We have a lot of sketches that we're like, oh, we can't do that because we need at least one more person.
So thank you guys very much again. Please make sure that you get into the comments. Make sure you leave some information about yourself, where you live, the last
Drop
four of your
weasel.
social, and the last four of your major credit cards.
Make sure you find and follow Gus Pando and enjoy his comedy at open mic nights.
What's
Until
that place called again?
Diamonds.
Diamonds.
It sounds like a strip club.
Oh,
Diamonds
it does,
sound-
yeah. But like all the bars in Odessa do is sometimes.
I feel that.
So we're switching our Twitch streams to Wednesdays and Thursdays, guys. Wednesday mornings and Thursday evenings. Is that what we
I
decided
think
on?
that's what we decided.
I believe that's what we decided on. Just be aware that the Twitch streams are not going to be on the normal Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And of course, guys, don't forget that our Patreon is live, where you can catch our very own fake trailer, Terry. That's Jack. He's Terry. He's a murderer.
You know, spoilers.
It's him. He's a killer.
Love y'all.
Love y'all.